Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. I know the setup is looking a little bit different today. This is going to be a little bit more of a static video because today I want to talk to you guys about setting goals and making the second half of this year of 2023 your year. Of course, this can apply to years outside of 2023 if you are just feeling like you spent half of the year not achieving the goals you wanted to achieve. But we're gonna focus on this year for now. So we're not saying necessarily that you have failed during the first half of this year, but maybe like me, you have set these goals at the beginning of the year, but now we're halfway through, we're entering August, and you're realizing that you did not necessarily achieve all of the goals that you wanted to. But it's not over, the year is not over, you still have time. So here is at least my advice to what I would do in the scenario, which I am also doing alongside you guys. First things foremost, we are going to talk about reflection. We want to reflect on what has not been working and what we could do better. There's this crystal called moldavite. You use it to basically just get rid of things that aren't serving you in your life. Now, what I'm saying is that you need to be your own moldavite. You need to think about the past 6-7 months and think like, what could I have done better? Or what is something in my life that I can control that is in my life but shouldn't be? Whether it be a person, a thing, an old habit. Start reflecting and realizing what isn't good for your life. Get rid of it. You don't need it and it shouldn't be there. You only need things that will serve you and your purpose. Which leads me on to the next thing, journaling. You can reflect through journaling as well, but journaling isn't just about reflection. It is about setting new goals for this year. Look back at your goals, at what you created at the beginning of 2023, and take those and possibly change them or morph them to how things are now. And setting goals is something that I'll specifically talk about in a moment, but for now, just know journaling can be used to setting your goals, resetting your goals, and tracking those goals as well. That is also something very important. Personally, I do not want to track my goals monthly. If anything, I track my goals daily. I feel like it just makes it easier for me to feel like you failed less, or just because you've only done a couple things that day, there's still tomorrow, right? Instead of giving yourself these huge check-ins every month or whatever it may be, try setting smaller goals every day to reach those bigger goals. Journaling can be done on your computer. You can use Google Docs, you can use Notion to journal, you can use all of these things, but I would recommend just having a physical journal. I think that journaling pen to paper, it just makes you more present in that moment, having something more physical to pull you away from the screens that we are all obsessed with nowadays. Personally, I have two journals. One is used for manifestation, to focus on my goals, but also for gratitude, to be grateful for what I already have, because that's very important when you're chasing after your goals. You also want to be grateful for what you already have, so you still have something to focus on in the present. You don't want to always be focused on the future. So I have that one journal for manifestation and for gratitude, and then I have another one that is just daily, tracking how much I sleep, how much I eat, how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm grateful for, what stressed me out that day, what is doing better that day, and how I can work with those things. I really enjoy journals that give you prompts because it just gives you something to bounce back off of, Hello, it is Front Facing Camera J. We're back at it again. And I just wanted to show you guys, this is my favorite journal to write in. It is a self-care related book. It's just pretty much all about that. It's a reflection journal that you sort of are meant to write in at the morning, evening, and night, to sort of recap and reflect on the day as it goes on and track your mood and stuff. And I will have the link to this in the description. And I will also have the link to some of the books that I was recommending in the description as well. The description is going to be pretty packed this video, so make sure you check down there. So yes, second up, I do think that journaling is very, very important. Now, talking more about goals, onto our third portion, I personally think that it is a good idea to create a vision board for your goals. And this is something that you'll see me doing in this video and that we can do together. It is very important in the second half of the year to set some realistic goals, things that you think you can achieve, that you really want to achieve, and that you are going to be working towards consistently. Those would be the most important ones, I feel. But being realistic is one thing, but it's still very important to have big dreams. So you can just sort of add those things in there to inspire you. That's what a vision board is supposed to do. It's supposed to inspire. So add things in there that inspire you, that you feel like you can reach, whether it be this year, next year, whatever it may be, that you really, really want. So have those big dreams in there, but also those realistic, smaller goals, and try and work on all of them at once. And just like whichever ones take priority to you, those are the ones you should focus on in the moment. To create vision boards, you can use a lot of online sources. There's Canva, I know there's like another like one that lets you create like little collages that I'll put like right here. There is, for me, since I am an artist and I already like have a lot of design history, more often than not, I will use Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint or Paint Tool SI to collage my images together. And once you have your vision board, if you can, it'd be really cool for you to print your vision board. Print it out, have it there physically, put it somewhere that you go every day so you can see it every day and it can inspire you every day. And if not, make it your background on your computer, on your phone, whatever it takes for you to see it every single day, remind you of what you need to do and what you are aspiring for. So I'm currently in the actual process of making my mood board. And so I made a Pinterest board that is basically just, and I'll turn the monitor a little bit so you can see, I made a Pinterest board. And it's basically just everything that I am aspiring for, that I want for my life, that I want to be. And I edited a few images of my own, and I'm gonna put them together. I want the centerpiece of the entire mood board to be this one quote. I'm pretty sure I got it from like a tarot video or something, but it is just serve the world by being you, or something like that. And for some reason it resonated with me like very hard. The idea that you're not going to get anything that you want out of faking things, and that you are enough. If there's one thing I struggle with a lot, it is the idea of myself being enough to do stuff like this. So the quote, like, serve the world by being you, it just like means to me that I can do it on my own, and I can achieve the goals that I want to achieve without having to like fake a personality or do things that I don't want to do. Just being my authentic self is going to get me further than anything else. My main goal for this vision board is to just like help me like manifest the future that I want. While I put the work in, I want it to inspire me, I want it to push me forward, and I want it to keep me in the correct resonance, the right wavelength, and the right mindset, so I can actually get the things that I want to get done. I feel like the first half of this year, I was just maybe not slacking, but there were just things in the way, and life was moving so fast. And I was too scared to really commit to this. And so now I am committing. I'm taking the moment to, I'm seizing the day, as some would say. I'm just tired of being the person holding you back. If there's one thing that I would want you to take out of this video, if there's an eyelash in my eye, is that you need to take control of the things that you can control. The things that are out of your control, you have to deal with them and cope with them and work around them. But there is a lot more in your control. There's an eyelash in my eye. There's a lot more that is the second time an eyelash has gotten to my eye today. What can I say? My eyelashes are just so voluptuous that they're always in the way. But I think I was saying, like, if there was just one thing that I could give as advice, it is to take control of the things you can control. Don't be the person that's stopping you. If something else in your life is an obstacle, all right, but you don't want to be that obstacle for yourself. All right, so we're going to make the vision board that we made into my background. Let's see how it looks. Set this as our background. Oh, that's so cute. Here we go, that's literally everything I'm aspiring for, aspiring to be. That's gonna happen for sure. All of this, I feel it in my bones. I can make it happen. I've also decided that if you need like help putting together a vision board, I am going to make a template that you can use, that you can find in the description below. And it's completely free. So if you want to just work off of a base for your vision board and you're having trouble like actually figuring out how to lay out all the images in a like nice, pleasing way, you can just use the template that I am providing in the description. Speaking of aspirations, I feel like this next part goes into two aspects of what we've already talked about. There is the aspect of reflecting on what isn't working that we've already talked about, and then there are the focusing on your goals, all of that. Now, you've probably heard this before, but it is very important, so I'm going to reiterate. You want to surround yourself with things, with people, with media that is doing what you want to do. So if your goal is to become a content creator by the end of this year, go out, go to functions, go online even, and communicate with other content creators. You can do this if you don't live in a big city. There's like most content creators are in big cities. Let's say Chicago, LA, New York City, all of those. But there are other ways to also go into contact with other content creators if that's what you're trying to be. Discord servers, other communities that are out there, social media, like just message people. You want to have that community that you want to be a part of already with you, so that they can inspire you, so that you can manifest through them, and so that you can just like have people to relate to, people to talk to about the things that you all have in common and like your shared aspirations and dreams. And this also applies for media. You want to surround yourself with media that inspires you as well. If you are trying to be an artist, surround yourself with the art that inspires you, that you want to have, that you want to be. This goes for all aspects of life. It doesn't even have to be your main aspiration. Generally, I live by the fact that your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you are in a bad mood, having a bad attitude when you are talking to people or going out or just living your life, you're going to attract those kind of people into your life as well. But if you have these aspirations, if you're thinking positive, if you're being optimistic, if you're like actually being a go-getter, those are the kind of people that will be attracted to you and will want to be a part of your life as well. And last but not least, for the second half of this year, I think organization is very, very important. So you want to organize your life. You want to clean out your life. That means like cleaning your house, organizing your house, your computer, your phone. Everything has to be organized and neat so that you don't have to focus on the clutter, so that that mess doesn't distract you, put you down. Your surroundings truly affect you so heavily. So by having a clean outside, you are bringing cleanliness, you are bringing organization inside as well, and it's going to put you in a better mood. Even if those aren't things that you are doing right now, it is very important to build those habits. You can build them little by little. In my opinion, the thing that we as this generation lack the most when it comes to, especially when we're struggling with mental health, is that we struggle with disciplining ourselves and actually doing things that we don't want to do. Of course, it can be very hard, especially if you are struggling with outside stuff or whatever it may be. But you have to set that time aside to take care of your life. You can't focus on your goals if everything around you is in disarray and too messy. If everything is chaotic, you can't focus. Personally, I would recommend actually one of the books behind me, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm not actually finished with it. I've been working on it, and it is very, very insightful on just how making little improvements day by day can, within a year, you'll look back and you'll see a completely different person than what you are now. Because even if you can't do a lot, if you're struggling getting out of bed, make that your goal. Write a to-do list. Just get out of bed, brush your teeth, and like clean one thing. And slowly but surely, you're making habits. And once those things become like routine for you, it only takes like a couple weeks, I think like 20 days to set in a routine. Once those things become routine, you can start focusing on other things. Little by little, you are making these little habits and they are going to build up into bigger habits. So even if you just take it step by step, I think just taking those small steps with, like as I said, like looking back at yourself a year from now, you'll be like, wow, I'm such like a more organized and an improved person than I am right now. Do I still struggle? Absolutely. But at least now I know how to deal with those things, finding those healthy coping mechanisms, just having that organization and learning how to deal with being with yourself is very, very important. So those are all of the tips that I have today. There is a more overarching thing that helps with your mental health that I want to go into at a later date that you've probably seen around YouTube a lot, romanticizing your life. And it sounds so cliche at face value, or like it's just nothing, but it is something very important. And if you actually want to be notified on when that video comes out, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and you'll want to maybe put notifications on as well, because you know YouTube can be a little crazy sometimes. But yeah, I'll be dropping that video soon, and once that video is out, if it is out by the time you are watching this, you can click the notification in the corner, one of these corners, and it'll take you to that video right now. And I think that if you really apply some of these to your life, that you can improve yourself fully. Personally, I haven't reached a lot of the goals that I wanted to reach this year, but I am just doing a reset. This is what we're focusing on right now, is just halfway through the year, just resetting everything, redoing everything, and trying again, taking into consideration the things that we did right and the things we did not do that well and can improve upon. I vlog my whole journey. Personally, a lot of my goals are focused around content creation. I'm focusing on YouTube and TikTok very heavily, trying to get Instagram in there as well. I want to model this year. There are a lot of goals that I have this year that I want to achieve. And if you want to see what I am doing to make that happen on this journey, once again, yeah, like just come along with me, like the video, share, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you yourself have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any advice to give of your own, make sure to put it down in the comments below so that other people can see it. I make sure to reply and to like all of my comments. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along with me and listening. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.